Well, one, two, check, check. Hello, guys. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my little reading journey. Well, obviously, as you can see on the screen, today in this little recorded reading tutorial, I'll be walking you through a bunch of tips and techniques to deal with short answer questions task of IELTS reading section. Before we get started, I'd like to say, please don't worry. Just because I'm speaking English right now doesn't mean I will keep speaking English throughout the whole entire tutorial today. Sometimes, every now and then, I might switch to Uzbek because we have to be considerate of people who have some poor listening skills, okay, or who have a hard time understanding English when I talk. Okay, depending on depending on the situation, I'll be using both English and Uzbek languages. And one more thing, I'd like to apologize for my weird voice. As you can probably notice, I kind of sound strange because I have a sore throat right now. Anyways, let's get started. So this is what a typical short answer questions task looks like right inside the box. Just pay attention to this box inside the box. This is what you will probably come across. So answer the questions below using no more than 3 words and or a number. Guys, this is a totally different subject. If I have to explain what this means, I'm going to have to record a totally different lesson because that's quite complicated. Most people have a hard time understanding and/or, okay? No more than 3 words and or a number. So that basically means your answer should be 3 words maximum or a number or 3 words and a number. It can be 1 word and a number. It could also be 2 words and a number. It could also be 3 words and a number. So basically what it means is your answer could be a hybrid mix of words and a number, only one number, okay? But it doesn't mean your answer has to contain a number. That's why we have an or slash, okay, from the passage for each answer. Write your answers in boxes 18 to 21 on your answer sheet. That's, I guess, pretty much self-explanatory. I don't think I have to shed any light on this matter. Question 18. What are the sections of the Earth crust often associated with volcanic activity called? Okay, so we're going to have to figure out what we call the sections of the Earth crust, right? And those sections are often associated with volcanic activity, okay? And question 19, what is the name given to molten rock from the mantle? Okay, there's a particular name which somebody gave to this stupid molten rock, okay, from the mantle. And question 20, what is the earthquake zone on the Pacific Ocean called? Okay, so we're going to have to figure out the name of the earthquake zone. Okay, what do we call this earthquake zone on the Pacific Ocean? And question 21, for how many years did Mount Pinatubo, I don't know, that's weird, remain inactive? Remain inactive, okay? So for a certain period of time, this Mount Pinatubo, okay, please don't make fun of me. I have no idea how to pronounce this word. Mount Pinatubo remained inactive, and we have to find out how long it was. So this is what a typical short answer questions task looks like. And I've got to tell you, short answer questions are hands down the easiest task in the entire IELTS reading world, honestly. Well, we might agree to disagree on this matter, but I've got to tell you, there are some wild monsters tasks such as multiple choice, matching heading, and so on. True, false, not given, maybe. Compared to those guys, short answer questions just look like a child, to be honest, okay? So when you come across a short answer questions task, the very first thing you have to pay a very close attention to is the word limit. Not only in short answer questions, no matter what kind of IELTS reading task you're dealing with, most often, okay, because in certain tasks there is no word limit because you just pick a certain choice, A, B, C, D, in multiple choice, for example. But most of the time, um, oftentimes you have to pay a very close attention to the word limit because even if you're a genius, right? Even if you're very good at IELTS reading and figuring out answers for some crazy questions, if your answer exceeds the word limit, you're just screwed. I've got to tell you guys, but that's just unacceptable. So please try to be mindful of the word limit in your little exam. So your answer could be no more than 3 words and or a number. So just like I'd explained a few minutes earlier, your answer could have a hybrid mix of words and a number, or just a number, or just words. Okay. For example, let's have a look at the question 18. What are the sections of the Earth crust often associated with volcanic activity called? I have a feeling that the answer of the question 18 is not going to contain any number in it. Okay, that's what I feel. I have no idea, but most likely it will not have any number in it. How about question 19? What is the name given to molten rock from the mantle? Well, similarly, I guess the 18 and 19 questions 18 and 19 are not going to have any number containing in the answer. But 20, 20 is also the same. But 21, let's have a look at 21. For how many years? Okay, so when you are talking about years, you are obviously talking about numbers. So the answer of the question 21 is definitely going to have a number in it, okay? Because we have to specifically mention how many years did it remain active. Okay, let's jump into discussing tips and techniques of dealing with short answer questions. So there seems to be a group of tips and techniques that you better follow if you want to deal with if you want to succeed in dealing with short answer questions. And one of the tips is you should use the exact words that are in the text. Okay, so basically what you'll be doing is what you are going to do in your short answer question task is basically you'll just be transferring a bunch of words from the context, from the reading passage into your answer sheet. That's what you will be doing. Yeah, there seems to be some other tasks which require you to paraphrase, but this particular task is not going to ask you to paraphrase or kind of rewrite any answers. You just have to copy paste it. I guess we all are very good at copy pasting. At least I am, because I studied at university, and in the exams I just copy paste it from the internet. I'm sorry, I'm just sharing this little secret with you. Don't tell everybody, don't tell anyone. Okay, you should use these exact words that are in the text. Okay, don't ever try to be smart panty. Okay, that's a kind of a slang. Don't ever use the kind of other words. Don't try to paraphrase it. Do not change the form of any words that you use in an answer. For example, let's say you found the answer and the answer is a noun, right? Don't try to be smart. Don't try to change it into an adjective or anything like that. So simply put, you just have to transfer or copy paste the answers from the passage into your answer sheet. Tip number 2. I don't know why I said trip. Probably I want to go on a trip. The answer should be written exactly as they are in the passage. Do not include unnecessary words. Well, that's just kind of, saying the same thing in tip 1, in other words. Tip 3, language used in the questions will paraphrase language used in the text. That is important. So we are going to have to spend a couple of seconds on discussing this guy. So languages in the questions will paraphrase languages in the text. So what it is basically telling you is that you need to expect to see the synonyms of the words in the question. Okay. Well, essentially, you will be looking for the synonyms of the words in the question. Yani, let me switch to Uzbek. Ya'ni savolni o'qiganingizda, mana hozir birinchi savollarni analiz qildik-ku, hozir shunchaki nazariyani, ya'ni tip texniklarni ko'rib chiqyapmiz. Savolni o'qiganingizda savoldagi so'zlarni qidirmang tekstdan demoqchi. Ovora bo'lmang. Ularni biz paraphrase qilib qo'yamiz demoqchi tip 3. Okay. Bu juda important skill. It's an important skill you need to master because more often than not, a lot of IELTS reading tasks require you to be very good with synonyms, to be good at synonyms, because although there are a certain number of words in the question, it is least likely that you will be coming across those words where the answer is given. Okay, tip number 4. This type of question tests your ability to find specific information in the text. Okay, this is pretty good because finding specific information is not as challenging as you think it is. Okay, tip number 5. For this task, you have to write answers to separate who, what, where, when, and how type questions using information that's provided in the passage. Well, you can just skip tip 5, I guess. That's not that important. Tip number 6. The questions normally follow the order of information in the passage. Well, guys, you can skip tip 5 all you want, but you better not skip tip 6 because the tip 6 can be a game changer when you are dealing with short answer questions in your IELTS reading section. So what it is saying is the questions normally follow the order of information in the passage. That's a big deal. That is an absolute deal. That's a hell of a deal, honestly. So let me rephrase what this tip is telling you. So basically, this can be your savior when you're dealing with short answer questions, okay? Let's say you are looking for the answer of the question number 4, okay? You've already completed number 1 and number 2 questions. Number 3, okay? You've answered all 3 questions from 1 to 3. And now you are working to figure out the answer for question number 4. But all of a sudden, you've already found the answer for question number 5. So what it means is basically what it is telling you is to go back to a couple of lines above to find the answer for question number 4. Because in no way you will be finding the answer of the question number 4 after question number 5's answer. Ya'ni bunda e'tibor beramiz o'rtoqlar. Ya'ni siz tasavvur qiling, 5 ta savol bor. 5 ta savol bor. Birinchi, ikkinchi, uchinchi savollarning javobini topib bo'ldingiz, tugadi. Javob berib bo'ldingiz. Endi 4-savolni javobini qidiryapsiz. 4-savolni javobini qidirayotgandingiz, nima kelib qoldi? 5-savolni javobi kelib qoldi. Bu nimani anglatadi? Bu ikkita narsani anglatadi. Birinchidan, 4ni javobini qidirayotgandingiz, 5ni javobi kelib qoldimi? Bu degani endi orqaga qaytishimiz kerak degani. Chunki 4ni javobi 3 bilan 5ni javobini o'rtasida joylashgan bo'ladi. Siz 3-savolni javobini aytaylik, birinchi paragrafni 3-qatordan topgan bo'lsangiz, 5-savolni javobini 2-paragrafni 2-qatordan topgan bo'lsangiz, demak 4-savolni javobi shu 1-paragrafni 3-qatori bilan 2-paragrafni 2-qatorining o'rtasida qayerdadir yotgan bo'ladi. Va bu yana shu o'rinda aytib ketaman, ba'zi tasklarda javoblar ketma-ket keladi. Ba'zi tasklarda javoblar ketma-ket keladi. Bu sizga yordam beradi. Xuddi aytganimdek, 4ni javobini qidirayotgandingiz, 5ni javobi kelib qoldi. O'z-o'zidan orqaga qaytish kerak. Endi 5ni javobi kelib qolganligini bilish uchun biz oldin savollarni analiz qilib olishimiz kerak. Ya'ni savollarni javobi ketma-ket keladigan tasklarda biror bir qaysidir bitta savolni javobi ketma-ket keladigan task bo'lsa, demak uni hamma savollarni analiz qilib olgan yaxshi. Chunki bilishingiz kerak. Agar 5 ni savolini analiz qilib olmasangiz, siz 4 ni qidirayotganingizda 5 ni javobi o'sha kelsa ham yana o'qiverasiz. Shuning uchun aynan shu holatda o'quvchilar they just end up wasting their time. They just keep reading the passage back and forth over and over and over and over again, ultimately causing them to lose almost all the time they have. Sorry guys. Shuning uchun e'tibor beramiz. Hop. Tip number 6. Tip number 7. Logically, most answers will be nouns, but other parts of speech are also welcome. Short answer questions that javoblar rostdan ham most likely you will be finding nouns as answers. But you know, if it is a certain part of speech, except nouns, it's fine. Okay, tip number 8. Answer the questions using up to 3 words and or a number from the passage. Okay. Tip number 8 can be controversial because let's skip number 8, okay? Because sometimes they just tell you to use up to 2 words. Okay, so no matter when you're dealing with short answer questions, it's always wise and smart and advise it to just, you know, check how many words you're allowed to use. If it says no more than 3 words, then your answer should not exceed the set limit. What's going to happen if you exceed the set limit, if you exceed the word limit? Well, you are, my friend, you are screwed. Task approach. And now it is time to have a look at how we are going to approach the tasks. We've just, finished analyzing and familiarizing ourselves with a set of tips and techniques. Now it's time to talk about how we are going to deal with the task. So first, read the instructions carefully, as they will tell you how many words you can use for each answer. Okay, pretty cool. That's pretty much self-explanatory. The questions focus on particular points. Underline the keywords in question and decide what kind of information you should look for. Predict the answers. Well, although the first approach, okay, is not a big deal, I'd say, we have to talk about the second one. It's just basically telling you to predict the answers before you jump into reading the text. Okay, you should have at least, you better have an idea of what the answer is going to look like when you are reading the passage. Because if you don't have any idea what you are looking for, what piece of information you're looking for, my friend, I can promise you, you will waste, okay, no matter how much time you have. It's just not going to matter, okay? So usually smart students, experienced IELTS takers, they know what they're looking for. Okay, they have a pretty good idea of what the answer is, what kind of information, what piece of information they are gonna find. Ya'ni shunda savolni analiz qilgandan keyin yugurib passajga kirib ketavermaslik kerak. Oldin o'ylang. Qanaqa javobni qidiryapsiz, nima javobni qidiryapsiz, u yerda qanaqa gap ketyapti, siz nimani qidirishingiz kerak, siz biror joyni nomini topmoqchimisiz yo biror bir raqamni topmoqchimisiz, yil haqida gap ketyaptimi, aynan nimani qidirmoqchisiz u yerga tekstga borib shuni bilib oling. Savolni yaxshilab tushunmasdan tekstga ketadigan bo'lsangiz, you will just end up reading the passage back and forth over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Skim and scan the text, focusing on relevant information. Skimming and scanning is a totally different subject, guys. Okay, skimming, scanning bu umuman boshqa mavzu. Bu haqida alohida bir to'xtalamiz. Use the keywords in the questions to locate the answers in the passage. Okay, look out for synonyms and parallel expressions. Read carefully once you find the search areas. Make sure you use the exact words that are in the passage and that you spell them correctly. Guys, in short answer questions, you'll basically be transferring a bunch of words from the passage into your answer sheet. So if you still make a spelling error, my friend, that's bad. That's gonna look too bad. Let's have a look at this little passage. Okay. The Andes Mountains. Okay. So before you jump into analyzing the questions, it's usually advised to have a look at the title of the passage because that's gonna help you understand what kind of a topic you'll be reading about. So the Andes Mountains means we'll be reading something about mountains. Mountain. Weird. Okay, let's have a look at the this inside the box. We have a bunch of instructions and 2 questions. Easy peasy, melon squeezy. Well, write no more than 3 words from the passage for each answer. So what does it tell us? You tell me, what does it tell us? This tells us that our answer could be up to 3 words, meaning it could be 1 word, 2 words, or just 3 words. Okay, I just want to sneeze, honestly, but I can't because I'm recording. So we've got 2 questions. Let's analyze the questions and always try to analyze the question first before you jump into reading the text. What does the extreme weather conditions in the Andes make difficult? Okay, what does the extreme weather conditions in the Andes make difficult? Yani Ant tog'larida deylik, menimcha Ant tog'larida nimanidir keskin ob-havo holatlari nimanidir yomonlashtiradi. Ya'ni tog'larda yurganingizda aynan yomon ob-havo sabab nimadir qiyinlashadi, nimadir murakkab bo'ladi, nimadir og'ir kechadi. O'sha narsa nima demoqchi? Siqilib aytganda. Hop, sorry guys. Okay, what does the extreme weather conditions in the Andes make difficult? İkinci savol. In which area high in the Andes might a family live? Endi savolni tushunishga harakat qilamiz. Ant tog'laridagi qaysi baland hududda, ya'ni qanaqadir bitta Ant tog'larida qanaqadir bitta baland joyda joylashgan nimadir qanaqadir baland joy bor, aytaylik bir area bor. O'sha yerda oila yashashi mumkin. Oila yashashi mumkin. Demak, biz nima qilamiz? Shu ikkita savolning javobini topishimiz kerak. Va skimming and scanning qilayotganda har bitta so'zni, tekstdagi har bitta gapni so'zma-so'z tarjima qilib o'tirishimiz shart emas. Kelishdik? So, let's get started. Although the ants create extreme weather conditions and make transport difficult. Well, that was easy. That was easy. Well, I chose an easy task so that you know, don't have to feel scared of this task. Men o'z oddiyrog'ini tanladim. Keyingisida so'zgina murakkabrog'i haqida gaplashamiz. Boshlanishiga yomon emas, right? Although the ants create extreme weather conditions and make transport difficult, right? Make transport difficult. That's why the answer is transport. Yani transportni yomonlashtiradi. Javobni tekshiramiz. One word. Okay, 3 so'zgacha mumkin edi. Bitta so'z chiqdi. Make transport difficult. They have hidden wally bottoms they have hidden advantages that Andean people have learned to use. Okay, birinchi savolni javobini topdik. Endi biz nimani qidiryapmiz? Endi biz bir oila qayerda yashashi mumkinligini topishimiz kerak. Okay? The difference in altitude between the mountain tops and valley bottoms can be thousands of feet, creating wide differences in temperature and rainfall at different altitudes. This creates a variety of ecological zones which are situated one on top of the other, where different types of animals and plants can survive. Hop, bu yerda aytyapti survive deyapti. Live'ga teng kelishi mumkin, ya'ni o'xshash bo'lishi mumkin, lekin hayvonlar va o'simliklar u yerda tirik qolishi mumkin, yashashi mumkin deb. Lekin bizga kerak emas, chunki biz oila qayerda yashash mumkinligini topishimiz kerak. So, instead of having to travel thousands of miles to arrive in a different climate, Andean people can walk as little as 60 miles to go from a tropical forest in the lowlands to the frozen highlands. Okay? Okay. Hop, travel qilishi mumkin deyapti, lekin yashashi mumkin degan joyi yo'q. Shuning uchun bu gapni ham skip qilamiz. Hop, an Andean family group might make its base in the temperate zone located in the highlands. Hop, highlands nimaga ishora qilyapti? High area ga ishora qilyapti. And an Andean family group might make its base. Might make its base degani joylashishi mumkin degani. Joylashishi mumkin degani nima degani bu? demak yashashi mumkin degani. The temperate zone. Demak javob nima bo'ladi? Temperate zone bo'ladi. Temperate zone bo'lishi ham mumkin, the temperate zone ham bo'lishi mumkin. Agar bizga word limitni ikkita qilib qo'yganda faqatgina temperate zone ni olardik. Lekin uchta so'z bo'lgani uchun xohlasangiz the temperate zone bilan ham bersak bo'ladi. Okay, that was all for short answer questions. Probably this is just part 1 of short answer questions. In the next part, I will pick something more difficult, more challenging for you. Okay, you might have overlooked the task we've just discussed, but I promise for the second part of this short answer questions reading analysis, I will choose something extremely hard for you. Okay, guys, thank you for your time and take care. Bye bye.